Hello, everybody. Let's go ahead and get started with your love reading. Spirit, let's get an overall message for their love. All right, there it is. We got intense. The intensity of a true soul connection includes great highs and great lows. So, we are coming into a lot of really intense times when it comes to relationships. And it could be just from things that you're dealing with outside of the relationship to things that you're dealing with inside the relationship to things that we are dealing with on a personal level that can come off as, us pushing our partners away and, because of our own vulnerabilities that are really hard to face in our lives. So let's go ahead and get some more messages on this. I want to see what Spirit has to say, okay? Spirit, please show me their love life. Anybody who's watching this message about their love life. We've got date, courting, dating, anniversaries, and meetups. Okay, we've got heartbreak. All right, there could maybe you went from dating to now there's major heartbreak. There's been hurt and betrayal. This relationship was just way too intense. And then we've got social media, so they could be spying on your social media. They could be reminiscing, about the times that you guys shared with one another. Keep going. Let's see, what do we got here? New love. All right, we've got new love coming through after some heartbreak. And then we've got legal matters. So, maybe the intensity could also have to do with some legal matters. And then we've got between the lines, hidden meaning, vague, speculate, and implicit. I feel like for some of you, if they're checking out your social media, they're trying to read between the lines. And sometimes we can create our own heartbreak, thinking that someone who's gotten, oh, they're in a new relationship now. No, if you're staring at somebody's social media, just so you know, they are single. Okay. As far as they're concerned, they're single. There is a storm warning. Use your intuition, and there is a mask. Somebody is hiding behind social media, or they're hiding, they're spying on you. And I feel like, or somebody here is using social media to try and make other people jealous. It could be any one of those things. I feel like for some of you, there's heartbreak after an intense connection, and you guys are going through a divorce. You're trying to, tap into that gut feeling. For some of you, you have a sixth sense about this situation and what needs to be done. There's been a lot of upheaval and obstacles, in this connection, and that's why there was so much intensity. It could, in turn, you guys could be, fighting for your children. You could be going through, a divorce and legal situation. And someone here is like trying to go out and date and trying to do their own thing. But I feel at the end of the day, they're still not over the other person. Maybe they're dating other people, but what they're doing too is when they get home and they're by themselves, they're checking out their ex's social media. It says there's a hidden motive. There's a disguise. Someone is lying. Okay. But I feel like there's intuition here. There could be, some of you are getting tarot card readings, or maybe you're just watching tarot card readings. But at the end of the day, I feel like when you're isolated and you're all alone, be mindful not to be drinking too much or, using substances, because alcohol and depression, don't mix. Okay. I've been there. I've done that. And I can speak from experience that is not a good thing, because again, we can start conjuring up all these different stories in our lives, or in our heads, about what we think is going on, because we're trying to read between the lines, when really in all actuality, like what is really going on is being hidden, okay, behind a mask. So let's get some cards on this. Let's get some clarifiers. All right, Spirit, please show me the heartbreak. Show me heartbreak. Okay, heartbreak is trust. It's hard for you to trust again. You don't know if you can ever trust again, because you've been so heartbroken. And it's saying like, this situation is causing you to, or calling for you to have faith. Let's look up, whoops, I'm gonna put that back because I got deception. Okay, someone here was lying, and we get that here with the storm warning and having to read between the lines. For some of you, your significant other is pretending to be single when they're not, and they're lying to other people that they're single, and you're going to catch them. Okay. You're definitely going to catch them in a third party relationship. And I was clarifying legal matters. So I'm going to put that back in. But there is deception. Okay. Your intuition is telling you this. For some of you, like I said, you're going to reach out and get a reading to make sure that what your intuition is telling you is true. Okay. So let's get legal matters. Okay, what do we got here? Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. I feel like for some of you, you've tried so many times to work on this partnership, and it's like no matter what you do or how much you give to this relationship, it's just not giving back in a balanced way. Okay. We got express your love, go ahead and make a romantic gesture. But I think that might be somebody who is reaching out to you, possibly on social media, wanting to see if you're still single. But they could be reaching out, and it could be somebody that you dated in the past, that there was a lot of chaos, and now this person is single and they're looking for you, and they're spying on you, and they're going to reach out. And I'm not surprised that we have that going on, because we do have Venus going retrograde in Leo, and so you're going to have a lot of exes coming back in just to see, like, is she single or is he single, or because it is Venus, it's a lot of the feminine energy. In fact, I just had an ex reach out that I haven't heard from in like 19 years today. So I can definitely say that this is true for me. And it was a very intense connection. There was a lot of, heartbreak in my connection, but I'm happy with where I am now and the choices that I had to make. So Spirit, please show me intuition. What do they need to know about their intuition? Okay, what do we got here? Yeah, we've got children and religious factors. Okay, so I feel like maybe for some of you, you've known each other since childhood, or you've just always had a sixth sense since you were childhood, and there could have been like some type of religious upbringing or spiritual path that, you could have met this person at church, or, during some type of a gathering, some place where you can congregate. You could have known them from childhood, or you could have children with them, especially with the legal matters, and so you're really having to guide yourself through this. If this is a situation where you are going through a divorce, I do feel like for a lot of you, that, intuitively that there's something here they're gonna try and get you through your kids. Okay. Collateral damage. In fact, I just did a video on that. It's called The Ugly Truth About Me and the abuse that I sustained, as well as, the abuse that I allowed to trickle down. So if you have not had a chance to watch that, it is in my About Peace section. So what do we got here? Yep, deception came out again. Lies, trickery, and maybe for some of you that they're lying to the children about you. I know, again, in my past I've had that happen. Thank God my kids are in their 20s now, but again, we're still having to clean up after that. You tried giving this relationship a chance until you couldn't anymore. What do we got here? Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Okay, so we do have to let go of the past. Spirit, please show me about the storm warning. Ooh, we've got engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. I feel like for some of you, if you were only engaged, I feel like there's already maybe somebody here saying, you know what, I don't know that I want to continue down this road with you, and we may have to call off the engagement. Let's see what this social media is all about. All right, my nose is going crazy right now. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring the two of you together. So I feel like somebody here is calling you in. Like I said, it could be someone from the past to see if you're still single, and because they're lonely. But again, this does not mean that the two of you guys are going to be together. So again, read between the lines. What happened in the past and where are you now? You are two totally different people. When they reached out, they said to me, my ex said to me this morning, I know you. And I said, there was a time where that was true. So again, just because they knew you in the past does not mean that you are the same person that they've known, back 19 years ago, let alone a year ago or even a few months ago. Let's go with what is between the lines. What does that mean? What is the hidden meaning? I feel like they're being very vague. Anybody who is reaching out to you on social media is going to be very vague, but, they still have romantic feelings for you. Okay, or at least they feel like they do. What is the mask? What is this mask? Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Like it says, there's a hidden motive. Okay, and again, red flags are not just shiny little things put there for you to look at and enjoy. This is actually worse than a Mercury retrograde when exes come back. Okay, this is this is really to see if we're still stupid. It doesn't mean that we don't need to hear this person out. It doesn't mean that they have bad intentions, but maybe their intentions are that they would like to try and get back together and start where you guys left off. And that's an illusion of the person that you once were. Okay. Just because your social media portrays one thing doesn't mean that they actually know exactly who you are. Why single? What is single? Whew, that one flew out. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So they see you as someone single, and they see you as somebody that they could that they've always loved and that they want to be with. What do we got for date? What do we have for date? Ooh, we got too many cards. Spirit, please show me. What do we got for date? Okay, what do we got here? Get to know one another. I feel like for some of you, this person wants to get to know you again, okay? They want to rehash old stories, and just kind of bring things up and, get to know who you are now. What do we got for new love? Ooh, that one just flew out. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So, I feel like you've moved on. If this is somebody that you had a relationship with in the past, this is somebody that you've moved on, you've healed from, but I feel like for a lot of you, when you manifested this relationship, it was based off of the vibration of what you thought love was and not what love truly is. And why do we have intense? What is intense? Wow, we got two cards. Woo-hoo. All right, guys, we've got forgiving and learning, and you deserve love. You are lovable. It says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. If you were in a very intense connection, you know now that you deserve a better type of love than the intensity and the chaos that was created around the illusion of this relationship. It did create a lot of heartbreak, and maybe even for, I feel like for both of you, there was a lot of trust issues. And I think that the trust issues came from the parents. And so you manifested in accordance to the vibration of what you had learned from your childhood. For a lot of you, you're still single. Whoever I'm tapped into, this is a single storyline. Single is literally the overall energy. And look at this right underneath that, unfinished business. So it does say, it's not over, patterns, back and forth, and baggage. Okay, so this person could be coming in with a lot of baggage. They could have came in with, there was a time maybe you guys were in a committed relationship and you could have possibly lived together. You could have very well been married, but there was a snake in your midst. Okay, for a lot of you, the snake is you've gone through your healing. But I feel like this was, a shady individual, or you were going through a shady time. You could have been going through a divorce when you met this person. And, you dated after the divorce or during the divorce, and now you're single again. You broke up with all these relationships, and you've been just working on yourself and staying single. And that's an honorable space. So let's get some more messages on this. I don't want to go too far into it, but let's get some more messages. Spirit, what advice do you have? Okay, what do we got? Ooh, we got player. Okay, maybe they were a player in the past, or they're still a player. They could have been cheating on you, hiding their intentions, or they just want to have fun. They just want to have fun. They want to see if you're up for having fun too. What do we got? Aligned, walking your path, living your life purpose, and going the right direction. Walking away from a player. You're no longer aligned with that player energy. All right, what do we got here? Present. Being in the moment, enjoying your time, not worrying about the future, okay? So bottom of the deck, what do we got? Romantic, waiting for the right one, keeping hope alive, and being courted. You're waiting until you find the right one, and until you do and you find the romance of a lifetime, you're going to still stay single. You're using your intuition. You're done with all this fighting and arguing and heartbreak and intensity and, lies and deception. And dude, whoever it is that is spying on somebody's social media, cut it out. Okay. And for others of you, somebody is spying on your social media. And again, I don't feel like it's a creepy thing by any means, but I don't know that this person has the best of intentions. Okay. They could still be a player and they could still play you. So be very, very mindful of that. Venus goes retrograde. It's already getting ready to go into shadow. It goes into full retrograde at the end of the month. And then it stays retrograde until September 2nd. So love is pretty much off the table. If you haven't found anybody by now, be careful who you end up with, whether it's an ex or a new person during the Venus retrograde, because what you see is not what you get. Anyway, you guys, I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If you are interested in a personal reading, all my information's in the description box down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. Hit that notification bell so you can be updated the next time I post a video. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram, and I will chat with you again soon. Take care.